Hello, today we are going to discuss conditionals and wishes. How are conditionals formed? Conditional sentences consist of two parts: the if clause, or the conditional clause, in which there is the hypothesis, plus the main clause, in which there is the result. Example: if you get ill, call a doctor. In this case, the if clause is placed in the first part, whereas in the second part is placed the main clause or the result. The if clause is separated with a comma if it comes before the main clause, as in this case. If it comes after the main clause, then the commas are omitted. Example: call a doctor if you get ill. In this case, the main clause is placed before the if clause, so we don't put a comma. Which are the types of conditionals? We have zero, first, second, third, and mixed conditionals. Otherwise, they are called type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3. Let's start by zero conditional. Zero conditional is formed by using if plus present simple in the if clause and just present simple in the main clause. We use zero conditional to talk about situations which are always true. In this case, it refers to scientific facts or laws of nature, for example. Example: if you mix blue and yellow, you get green. In the if clause, I am using present simple, and again, in the main clause, I am using present simple. In this case, I am talking about situations which are always true, because you always get green if you mix blue and yellow, so it's always true. Instead of if, we can also use when, whenever, or every time. Example: when you mix blue and yellow, you get green, or whenever you mix blue and yellow, you get green. In the same way, it's used every time. First conditional. How is first conditional formed? First conditional is formed by using if plus present simple in the if clause, and will, can, must, may, or the imperative plus infinitive without to in the main clause. Why is it used? We use the first conditional to talk about real situations likely to happen in the future. Example: you will get good results if you study hard. In this case, the main clause is placed before the if clause, so there is no comma. The main clause is formed by will plus infinitive without to, but we can also use in this case, for example, can. You can get good results if you study hard, or you may get good results if you study hard. In this case, I am talking about real situations which are likely to happen in the future. Instead of if, we can also use unless by following a certain structure. So we have unless plus affirmative verb, which is equal to if plus negative verb. Example: unless you follow the diet, you can't lose weight. In this case, it's the same as if you don't follow the diet, you can't lose weight. Unless is used only with the first conditional. Second conditional. How is second conditional formed? It is formed by using if plus past simple for the if clause, whereas would, could, and might plus infinitive without to in the main clause. Why is it used? We use a second conditional to talk about imaginary situations, unlikely or impossible situations in the present or future. So in this case, it's not anymore real, but it's imaginary. It's not anymore likely, but it's unlikely to happen. Example: if we had eggs, we would make a cake now. In the if clause, I am using past simple, whereas in the main clause, I am using would plus infinitive without to. In this case, we can also use could or might. Second conditional is also used to give advice. In this case, both forms was or were are possible after the pronouns I, he, or she, whereas was is more informal and is commonly used in spoken English. Example: if I were you, I would see a doctor. In this case, I am giving an advice. Third conditional. Third conditional is formed by using if plus past perfect in the if clause and would, could, might plus have plus past participle in the main clause. As we see, we use the same modal verbs as the ones in second conditional, but in this case, these modal verbs are not followed by infinitive without to, but are followed by perfect infinitive or have plus past participle. We use the third conditional to talk about imaginary situations in the past and to speculate about their effects on past events or situations. In this case, the third conditional has the same meaning as the second conditional, so both of them are imaginary situations, but third conditional refers to the past and not to the present. This type of conditional is also used for regrets and criticism. Example: if you had told the truth, you wouldn't have had problems with your parents. In this case, I am using if clause in which there is a past perfect, whereas in main clause I am using would plus perfect infinitive or have plus past participle. In this case, I am showing a kind of criticism. Mixed conditionals. Mixed conditionals are formed in this way. In the if clause, we have if plus past perfect, which is a structure that belongs to the third conditional, whereas in the main clause we have would, could, might plus infinitive without to, which is a structure that belongs to the second conditional. Mixed conditionals are a combination of the second and third conditional. They can express an imaginary past event and a possible or probable present result. Example: if you had passed the exams, you'd be at university now. In this case, in the first part, I am using if plus past perfect, which refers to the third conditional, and it's an imaginary past event, whereas you would be at university now, which is the structure of second conditional, refers to a possible or probable present result. As we saw, will, would, should are not normally used in the if clause. However, we can use them in the if clauses when we want to make a polite request. Example: if you will help me, I will feel much better. In this case, I'm using will in the if clause, but it's the same as saying will you help me? To express insistence. Example: if you will keep sleeping until late, you will miss the classes. In this case, again, I'm using will in the if clause. It expresses insistence, so he is insisting on sleeping. Uncertainty. In this case, we usually use the expressions I don't know, I doubt, or I wonder. Example: I wonder if she will go and see the doctor about that headache. In this case, I'm expressing uncertainty. Now it's turn for wishes. Why and how do we use wishes? We use wish or if only to express a wish. If only is used exactly in the same way as wish, but is more emphatic and more dramatic. Example: if only we could go out without having problems. So in this case, it's emphatic. As with second conditional, where is used instead of was after wish or if only. Example: I wish I weren't so busy all the time, which is the structure and use of wishes. Wish or if only are used with past simple or past continuous. The meaning: we use it to say that we'd like something to be different about the present situation. Example: if only he wasn't or weren't so rude. but he is. In this case, I'm using if only plus past simple, so to express the fact that I would like something to be different about the present situation. We can also use I wish if only plus could plus infinitive without to. Why do we use it? To express wish, regret in the present concerning lack of ability. Ben wishes he could speak French, but he can't. So I'm using wish plus could plus infinitive without to refer or to express a regret in the present concerning lack of ability. Other structures. We can also use wish or if only plus past perfect now. Why do we use it? We use it to express regret about something which happened or didn't happen in the past. So, as we see, past perfect, as we discussed in conditionals, refers to the past. Example: Mary wishes she had taken part in the competition, but she didn't, so I am using wish plus past perfect to express a regret. Another structure: wish if only plus subject plus would plus be infinitive. In this case, I am using this one, which is subject. Let's see how is it used. We use it to express a polite imperative. Example: I wish you would help me. In this case, we have different pronouns. That's why we say plus subject. Then we use it for a desire to change a situation or a person's behavior. If only you didn't spend so much time on the internet, but you do. In this case, I am using if only plus subject plus would plus be infinitive to express a desire to change a present situation or a person's behavior.